Hello, everyone. Welcome to TD Board Gamers. My name is Dave.
And I'm Dirk.
And today we're going to take a look at the Synthezoid Smackdown Scenario Pack for Marvel Champions.
We are revisiting She-Hulk and Vision for the new, what do they call it? The Versus, but I forget what do they call it? Civil War.
Civil War.
Civil War.
All right.
Now, I know we saw previews on the characters. Do we know if it comes with anything other than the characters? And
it's two scenarios. So, or one scenario for each of them. And two more copies of the standard PvP.
Okay, so
let's lower the camera a little bit.
All right. Okay, there we go.
All right. Yeah, so we got two new leaders, She-Hulk and Vision. She-Hulk is with the registration and Vision is with the resistance.
Yeah, and I used to like She-Hulk. Kind of ruined it for me.
This is just telling you how to build the deck. So you pick a leader, main scheme, stage 1 and stage 2, modular and counter sets. You pick 3 or 4. Each set has exactly 5 cards, at least 1 minion, 1 treachery, 1 side scheme. And then if you're playing PvP, you use the standard PvP and counter set.
Yeah, so these are all rules that you already got if you got the Civil War base set.
All right. Yeah, sorry, I had a camera issue here. So you got 2 modes of play. So you got cooperative and PvP, which we went over before. So the leader is sometimes called the enemy leader. Any cards that refer to the villain, you use for the leader. So like if you're using the regular standard one and it says the villain schemes, well, then the enemy leader would scheme. So that would be She-Hulk or Vision, depending on who you're going up against. Ignore anything that says enemy team when you're playing cooperative because there is no enemy team. Usually those cards have, the enemy team chooses a minion, else otherwise, discard cards from the encounter set until you find a minion, something like that. Or, it could be like lose an upgrade you control. Maybe it says that someone on the enemy team discards one of your allies, then it says you choose an ally if you don't have an enemy team or something.
Yeah, and I mean, so yeah, you can play these characters, cooperatively or competitively. Yeah. I'm a fan of the cooperative. We've played them both ways. I still like the feel of the cooperative better.
Yeah, although I'm hoping to get some competitive games.
Oh yeah, I'll play it. I mean, I've got no problem playing it.
Con of Heroes or something.
Yeah, I mean, we'll play some against each other as well. It's just
right.
I definitely have a strong preference for the cooperative because that's what I love about the game is the cooperative.
Then there's a She-Hulk pre-constructed deck and a Vision pre-constructed deck, which we'll go over those cards. Just seeing if I don't think there's anything new. Then so this is just sort of a summary of what the Civil War booklet had. So actually,
in fact, the only thing that I saw that was different at all is this one specifically flat out said that all the modules are 5 cards with and have the same setup, which most of them were in Civil War, but there was a couple that varied.
They said at least 1 minion. Yeah. So they said at least 1 minion.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
Because there's a couple that had 3. Some of them had 2. Yeah. But the nice thing with this particular product is we're seeing it there. Yeah. So, it's like this book's a little easier to transport than the Civil War one. So there's that. But if you want to try out, especially if you've never played Marvel Champions, you could buy this product and buy a couple hero packs, and you could play competitively without you don't even have to buy the base game. You could just go, okay, I'm going to play as Winter Soldier and on She-Hulk's team, and you're going to play as Falcon on Vision's team, and we got the standard PvP sets, and boom, we're ready to go.
Yeah, you've got everything you need if you do that.
Right. So. And then if you do want to play cooperatively, you just buy the base box, which gives you 5 more heroes, of course, and then you've got the standard 1 and expert 1 cards as well. All right, so let's take a look. I can't even tell with the new packaging, so we're just going to find out which one this one is.
Let me see. I'm going to say that one's Vision.
Because you can see She-Hulk through the paper.
No, I'm using my.
Yes, you can see her.
I'm using my powers of mental observation ESP right there.
All right, so yeah, this is Vision.
Yeah, you could not see vision through the wrapper.
I could not see vision through the wrapper.
No, I couldn't. I mean, I was saying I'm acknowledging that. I wasn't teasing. So I couldn't see him either. But I did see her.
All right. So we got
She-Hulk, she's busting out.
Vision Stage 1. He's got a Schema 1, Attack 1, Aerial Avenger setup. The enemy team finds Vision's mass form attachment and attaches it to Vision. Dense side, face up. Force response. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, flip Vision's mass form attachment. Hit points 14 per player. So now when you're playing standard, you're going to play Vision 1 and 2. And when you play expert, it'll be Vision 3 and 4.
Oh, so he actually automatically flips. That's interesting.
Yeah. So every other turn he's going to be in dense form unless something forces that.
All right, so we've got Vision 2. So this version, schemes for 1, attacks for 2. He's still an Aerial Avenger. Now he's got Steady. You'll deal each player an encounter card, and Vision cannot take damage for the rest of the phase whenever he's revealed. And the forced response is still the same. So you'll flip him after resolving step 1.
And so one thing with these leaders, you'll see once you flip the first stage, then they're immune to damage the second stage. So you can't just like immediately kill them in one turn, the turn that you flip them.
Yeah, and I think
which is a fun strategy that we've done before, like with mutagen formula and stuff. It's like, Green Goblin gives you 3 encounter cards. It's like, yeah, well, let's just all dogpile on them and take them out before we have to deal with all those encounter cards.
Yeah, that's all. So yeah, they've definitely thought about that. But if I remember right, I think they all gain Steady in their second form of whatever level you're playing them.
Yeah, they're all balanced pretty level to each other. Then they just each have their own little unique twist. So then we got Vision Stage 3, 1 scheme, 2 attack, Aerial Avenger setup. The enemy team finds Vision's mass form attachment, attaches it to Vision, dense side face up, so that's the same. After resolving step 1, you flip it, so that's all the same. But he comes in with 18 hit points.
Oh yeah, he had 18 hit points on phase 2 as well. So I mean, other than the setup versus the when revealed and the Steady, the Steady
is
that's the other reason.
Well, but Steady will be part 4.
Yeah. So so as Dave said, part 4 here's got Steady. He schemes for 2, he attacks for 2. And again, whenever he is revealed, you're going to deal each player an encounter card, and he can't take damage the remainder of this phase.
Okay. Then, so this is the same text and art that we saw on the Civil War pack. So this is basically now a 5th scenario that you can mix and match, for the Resistance.
I was kind of hoping we'd get a couple.
Yeah, I think we're only getting 1. I think if I remember when they described the product, it was just like 1.
I mean, it makes sense. And if they decide to do more of these packs, they'll add them as they go, I'm sure, because every one of them.
All right. So then side 1B, protect secret identities. That's got 7 threat per player. Threshold, which is the same, starts with 0, comes in with 1 scheme per player per turn. If there's more than 1 player on your team, the stage gains hinder 2 per player. And then after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck. Now we had another one that did that milling your deck. So that's kind of continuing with that.
Okay. And then on the Resistance tactics, this is the same. But the Expose Overreach. So this one, it's a 2B. It comes in with 0 thwart or threat. It has a threshold of 9 threat per player. It gains 1 threat per player per turn. And allies interplay exhausted. Unfortunately, minions don't, just allies.
Right.
And of course, if this stage is ever completed, the players lose the game.
So that's a fun one to put up against Maria Recursion.
I would hate that.
Yeah, and so when you're doing PvP, you get to choose a side 1 and a side 2, and it's not necessarily those two have to go together. So because you have the options of the other 4, from the
and whenever we're playing cooperative, though, we pull them completely from random, so we never have any idea what's coming.
Right. Although we might want to play a game with this setup.
Oh, we are going to play one with this setup.
All right, then we have, this is his mass form now. So the dense side gives him +1 attack. It's a superpower, permanent mass form.
Now what's interesting is the fact that it does have the superpower keyword, yet it's a permanent, so there's no casting ability, so...
Well, it's for a villain, a leader, so...
Yeah.
Depth focus doesn't matter. All right, then...
But so his Intangible side, which is the opposite side of that. That flips every other turn. This mass form gives him +1 scheme, and when he would take any amount of damage, you're going to reduce that amount by 1.
Yep.
So very, very similar to the hero card.
All right, then we got the Solar Gem. It gives him +1 scheme attached to Vision. Vision gains Stalwart. And after you make a basic attack against Vision, spend a mental strength resource to discard this card and flip Vision's mass form attachment. And if it's a boost, you're going to reveal this card.
Okay. We've got his cape here. So this attachment gives him +1 attack. He gains Retaliate, and after you make a basic attack against him, you can spend an energy and a mental to discard this and flip his mass form. And again, whenever this one is revealed as a boost, or whenever this one comes up as a boost, you reveal it. So he gets it anyways.
And we got Mass Increase. And again, the one thing I really like about this is it's the same art as the Vision Hero kit. So that's pretty cool. So we got Mass Increase. It's a superpower attached to Vision. When a character attacks Vision while the Dense attachment is in play, prevent all damage from that attack and stun the attacking character. Discard this card. So now this is kind of interesting because if this comes out on a turn when he is intangible, then this won't go away. So as soon as he's dense and you attack him, then that's where this will trigger. So that's kind of fun.
All right, then you've got his density control. So this attachment has Surge, but as a force interrupt, whenever Vision activates, if the activation is a scheme, you're going to flip him you're going to flip his mass form attachment to intangible. And if it's an attack, you're going to flip him to dense form. So this will set his form regardless of where he was at previously, based off of what his activation is. And then if his mass form attachment is flipped, then you'll discard the card.
Right.
So if
and the forms that it's switching to is, because intangible gives him +1 scheme and dense gives him +1 attack. So it's his better stats as well. So it's guaranteeing that the better stats trigger at some point. All right, then we got 2 copies of Solar Beam. When revealed, Alter Ego, Vision schemes. If the intangible attachment is in place, Vision gets another +1 scheme. And if you're a hero, Vision attacks you. And if he's in dense form, he gets another +1 attack. So he would get to attack with a +2 at that point.
Yippee! All right, then we have got the Super Dense Strike. So this treachery, whenever it's revealed, you're going to exhaust a character you control. If the dense attachment's in play, you're going to deal 2 damage to that character. If intangible's in play, then you flip the attachment to dense form.
Duck, Bob.
Yeah.
Then we got Phase Disruption. When revealed, the enemy team exhausts an upgrade you control. If the intangible attachment is in play, discard that upgrade instead. If the dense attachment is in play, flip that attachment. So if you're playing PvP, then you can have you get to choose the upgrade that the person is losing, which can suck. But if you're just playing PvE, then you would get to just discard the upgrade of your choice. But you could get rid of a critical, like one of Hulkling's shapeshift. It's like, oh yeah, you could discard that shapeshift. That would kind of suck.
Yeah. Okay, and then his Just Passing Through side scheme. This one starts with 3 threat per player. And then whenever it's defeated, the player who defeated the side scheme confuses their identity. Otherwise, they're going to stun their identity. So, let's see. Oh, if they've already got it confused, then they have to stun it. Okay, I get it. And this one comes in with a hazard icon on it.
And 3 threat per player.
Yes, that.
All right. Then the first encounter set we got here is Young Avengers. So this is Patriot, 2 scheme, 2 attack. He's a Young Avenger, toughness. When revealed, give the enemy leader a tough status card.
Right. Then we have Hawkeye. So Hawkeye is a Young Avenger as well. She has 3 hit points. She schemes for 2. She attacks for 2. And her attacks gain piercing and ranged. And then whenever she's revealed, you're going to discard an upgrade you control. Now, I thought it was interesting. It says Hawkeye, but it doesn't say Kate on there anywhere. So
no, but it's definitely Kate Bishop.
So what I'm wondering, though, is what happened if you have the Clint, if you're playing Clint, and then this comes out.
Well,
it's different. It's not the same.
It's not the same character, so I think they both could be out.
Okay.
And then she says, "Eat your heart out, Clint."
Yeah.
As she shoots him. All right. So then we have Stature, 1 scheme, 2 attack. She's a giant Young Avenger, guard. When revealed, discard a support you control.
Okay, then we have the Teenage Superheroes. So whenever this treachery is revealed, you're going to resolve the when revealed ability of each minion in play. If none were resolved this way, the card gets Surge.
All right. And then we have the Young Avengers side scheme. It starts with 3 threat, hinder 1. So it's per player. The first minion revealed each round gains Surge, and it's acceleration token.
Dang. Yeah, so this is the Young Avengers, not the Great Lake Avengers. So I'm still waiting for them.
And then we still have some more Young Avengers, but they are in the Scarlet Twins module.
All right.
So we get, go ahead.
Now, the first one we got here is Speed. So Speed has a scheme of 1, an attack of 2, has got 3 hit points, and has Quick Strike. Of course, Speed, they've got to have Quick Strike. Whenever you're revealed, you're stunned, and otherwise you're going to deal yourself 2 damage to your identity, so it doesn't matter which form you're in.
All right, and then his brother Wiccan, 2 scheme, 1 attack, Young Avenger, Insight 1. When revealed, you are confused. Otherwise, place 2 threat on the main scheme. Now, I'm kind of surprised they didn't have Teamwork Young Avenger, but...
Yeah, these two, yeah, that's kind of interesting. I'm also a little bit surprised that they don't have Hulkling. Because now we've got Super Speed. So this treachery, whenever it's revealed, you're going to discard a random card from your hand and take indirect damage equal to its cost. If it comes out as a boost, you're just going to discard a card from your hand.
Okay. And then, of course, we got spell casting. Force interrupt. When you play a card, cancel its effect and discard it. Then discard this card. So, yeah, cancel your home technique that you're going to play.
Yeah. Dang. Yeah, I think I would pick a different thing to play instead of the home technique. Yeah. All right, then we've got the superpowered siblings. So this side scheme starts with 3 threat. Not per player, just 3 threat. It's got hinder 1 per player. And whenever it's defeated, the player who defeated this scheme discards 1 card from their hand, and it has an amplify signal on it.
All right. And then we have Moon Knight.
Moon Knight!
So Moon Knight's got 2 scheme, 2 attack, 5 hit points, defender, elite, retaliate 2, toughness. When revealed, resolve the when revealed ability of the topmost treachery in the encounter discard pile.
Yeah, so this one is kind of a reminder to people. I know a lot of people will look at their discard piles and move them around. Technically, you are not supposed to do that, but most of the time it doesn't matter. In this case, it does.
Well, and that's the encounter discard pile anyways.
Oh, yeah. Same thing, though.
But yeah, but like if someone's Shadow of the Past comes out and then Moon Knight comes out, then another player's Shadow of the Past could come out.
All right, so then we've got his Crescent Dart attachment. So you attach this to Moon Knight, it gives him +2 attack. Otherwise, you're going to attach to the enemy leader. And as a force interrupt, whenever the character attacks, this attack gains piercing and ranged, and you're going to discard this after the attack. And of course, he's got 2 of them.
Of course. Then we have the Fist of Khonshu. When revealed, exhaust your identity and deal 2 damage to it. And as a boost, exhaust your identity.
Right, and then we have Khonshu's Avatar. So this side scheme has 3 threat, comes in with hinder 1 per player, and whenever defeated, you're going to discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a treachery is discarded, resolve its when revealed ability, and this card has a hazard icon on it.
All right, then we've got the Royal Guard, so we got some more Atlanteans. So you combine this with Namor and the Atlanteans, and you're going to have a whole Atlantean
army
going, I think. So yeah, so this is Janus, 1 scheme, 3 attack, 3 hit points. Atlantis, when revealed, if you have the hunted trait, Janus activates against you. Otherwise, discard the top 2 cards of your deck.
Ooh, so it sounds like somebody else is going to get hunted. Then we've got Amir. So she's got 2 scheme, 2 attack, 3 hit points. She also has the Atlantis keyword. Whenever she's revealed, if you have the hunted trait, she activates against you. Otherwise, discard the top 2 cards of your deck.
So you're telling Tigra, oh yeah, you're hunting me? Well, I'm going to hunt you. All right, then we have Atlanteans. I think this is the same we saw in Civil War. When revealed, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If you are an alter ego, place 1 threat on the main scheme for each different card type discarded this way. And then hero form, take 1 indirect damage for each different card type discarded this way.
Definitely remember that ability, so I think you're right.
I think so.
All right, then we've got Blood Debt. So this is an obligation that this is how you get the hunted trait. Because, of course, Tigra gives the hunter trait to her minion, or to the minions.
So that's only
So,
fair the minions
yeah.
do it back.
Yeah, that'll give it back now. So this one, as an alter ego action, you can discard the top 8 cards of your deck to discard this, and then it has a amplify symbol on it.
So it's sort of like another stolen memories from King.
So, question now. This one says discard the top 8 cards of your deck. So does that mean if you've only got 6 cards because it's got the arrow on it, it doesn't work?
No, it still works.
Okay.
It's just you don't shuffle and then do 2 more.
Yeah.
All right, then we got the Royal Guard. It starts with 3 threat, hinder 1 per player. When defeated, the enemy team searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Blood Debt, which is the card we just saw, and deal it to the player who defeated this scheme as a face-down encounter card. And it's got a crisis.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen one more copy of Blood Debt in that.
Okay, so now one thing with PvP is you have a scheme, which we'll pull that out first. So part of the standard PvP is, I should do that before these, which even that's the order there. Let's do the standard PvP. We're going to review this real quick because we've seen this before.
All right, so this one, the choosing side scheme. So this is, again, like Dave said, if you're playing this PvP, it's a permanent side scheme. It starts out with 4 threat per player. The enemy leader cannot take more than 2 damage from each attack. And as a forced response, after the last threat is removed from here, the enemy team searches the top 5 cards of the encounter deck for 1 encounter card per player and deals 1 to each player as a face down encounter card. Then you're going to flip this over. So while it's face up, you can only do 2 damage. Once it's flipped over, though.
Then we have, now it's personal. Give it to the first player. And as an action, you can remove this card from the game. Each player on your team chooses 2 of your leader's set-aside player cards, which are what these cards are, and adds them to their hand. All right, so we'll go over to player cards here. So, first of all,
the first one we've got here is Calculated Risk. So this is a 2-cost event. It provides a wild resource, but as an action, you can search the top 5 cards of your leader's encounter deck for an encounter card and deal it to the first player on the enemy team as a face-down encounter card. I kind of like that one. I don't remember that one. I think that's a new one.
These are all new. These are
okay.
the Vision Leader cards.
Yeah, I like that one.
Then we got Synthezoid Strike. It's a 2-cost event. Your Vision Leader attacks the enemy leader. If Vision's mass form attachment is dense, he gets +1 attack for this attack, and the attack gains piercing. And if it's intangible, you get to flip it to dense before resolving this attack.
Oh, that's nice.
So if you're already in dense, you're getting an extra +1 on top of the +1 that dense gives you.
So, but I noticed it's a Synthezoid Strike and not a Smackdown. Do we have a Smackdown coming?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
That's probably the She-Hulk one.
Yeah, probably. All right. So then we've got the phased out event. It's a 0-cost event. As an action, you can choose an attachment on the enemy leader with the text hero response or hero interrupt and discard it. So basically, this gives you Sunfire's ability.
Yeah.
And but you don't need to actually exhaust to do it. And then it provides a wild resource. I think all of them do, actually.
That would really suck against the Iron Man hero, leader. And then we have a resource here, Android Assistance. It provides 2 wild. Hero Interrupt. When you spin this resource, flip your Vision Leader's mass form attachment.
Wait, isn't Iron Man on the same side, though?
No.
Iron Man
is registration. Vision is resistance.
Oh, that's right. Captain of Resistance. Yeah.
All right. And then the rest of the PvP set, we have Righteous Cause. When revealed, the enemy leader schemes. If there is more than 1 player on your team, give the enemy leader an additional boost card for this activation. So this is giving you the advanced equivalent, but for PvP.
All right, we've got Whatever It Takes. This treachery, if it's revealed when you're an alter ego, the enemy leader attacks your leader. And if it's in hero form, they attack you instead.
Right. So again, that's kind of like the assault for this set. And then now this is an interesting card. There's actually 2 copies. Targeted Strike. The enemy team searches the top 5 cards of the encounter deck for a card and deals it to you as a face-down encounter card. And as a boost, this card gains 1 boost for each player on your team. So Caleb told a story during playtesting, apparently, where they requested 2 copies. I guess originally it's only 1, but this is how you can interact with the other team, because you having your leader as a proxy for you fighting, but this is where you can sit there and you go, yeah, I know you really are going to struggle against, this type of treachery card. So I definitely, like for Dirk, I'm going to find treachery cards that have discard random cards, that kind of thing. So, that's where you can have some direct fun, that's pretty fun.
Yeah, right. I think you need, well, no, I was going to say, I think you need to look up the definition of fun.
In the PvP. So now we're going to go over She-Hulk. Now we are not going to go over the PvP set again. We'll go over the She-Hulk leader cards, but if you want to, obviously, if you can always come back to Vision section if you want to see how relevant it is for She-Hulk. But pretty much the PvP set is, everyone has the exact same PvP set when you're doing PvP. All right, so now we got stage 1 of She-Hulk here.
So She-Hulk stage 1, she's a Gamma Avenger. She schemes for 1, attacks for 2. During the setup, you're going to find a copy of the Superhuman Strength and attach it to She-Hulk. And as a force response, after an alter ego changes to hero form, you're going to deal 1 damage to that hero.
Okay. And then stage 2, so it's the second stage, obviously, when you're playing standard. 1 scheme, 3 attack. She's steady, Avenger Gamma. When revealed, deal each player an encounter card, and She-Hulk cannot take damage this phase. And force response, after an alter ego changes to hero form, deal 1 damage to that hero.
And I'm wondering if the
so that's kind of like
3 and 4 is going to do
her version of do you even lift, in a way, I guess.
All right, so well, I guess that answered my question. Okay, so phase 3. So this is the first one in not heroic, expert mode. She schemes for 1, she attacks for 3. Setup, again, you're going to find the Superhuman Strength and attach to her. And the force response is the same. After you alter ego changes the hero, you're going to deal a damage to that player. Oh, and he's got, the first one had 16 on phase 1 and 20 per player health on phase 2. He's got 20. He's got 20 on phase 3.
All right, phase 4, she's got 24, 2 scheme, 3 attack. She's steady now. And then deal each player an encounter card. She cannot take damage. So it's the same as stage 2. And then the same thing, alter ego and change the hero form. You take a point of damage. All right, then this is the same that we've seen on the superhero registration side, on the registration side.
All right. Enforce the law. So this one, it's the 1B version. It's hers. It starts with 0 threat. If there is more than, it gets 1 threat per player per turn and has a threshold of 7 threat per player. If there's more than 1 player on your team, it gets hinder 2 per player, and the enemy leader gains steady.
Yeah.
So they're steady.
Yeah. So basically, She-Hulk's going to be steady the whole game.
Yeah, unless you get rid of this quickly.
Yeah, and she hasn't flipped, I guess. Yeah. So if you lose that pops real quick and you're still on stage 1, then she can lose steady. Yeah. Oh, and then 2A is the same. And then 2B starts with 0, adds 1 threat per player per turn, 9 threat per player threshold. While the enemy leader is attacking, it gains +1 attack or +2 attack if the attack is undefended. So,
interesting.
She-Hulk doesn't hit hard enough.
More than bet that's
and because she doesn't hit hard enough,
so she has 2 copies of Superhuman Strength. This attachment gives her +2 attack, and as a force response, whenever she attacks, it gains overkill, and you'll discard this afterwards. If it comes out as a boost, you're just going to reveal the card.
Yeah, so all that extra attack with overkill.
Yeah,
and the same art as a She-Hulk hero, which I love. Then we got Focus Rage. We have 2 copies. Gives her +1 scheme attached to She-Hulk. She-Hulk gains Stalwart, so steady the whole game's not enough. And then Force Response, after She-Hulk schemes, discard this card, and as a boost, you reveal this card.
Okay. We've got 2 copies of the 1-2 punch. So if this treachery is revealed in alter ego, then she's going to scheme and she gets a tough status card. If it's revealed while you're in hero, she's going to attack you and she gets a tough status card as well. So she's going to get tough.
So now that card has the same name, but it is different art though. But it's appropriate art, with She-Hulk versus Vision. Then we got Ground Stomp. When 2 copies, when revealed, exhaust each character you control. If no character was exhausted this way, this card gains Surge. And as a boost, exhaust a character you control.
I kind of expected the Ground Stomp to deal damage to each character you control.
Yeah, well, that's what this card's for.
Gamma Slam. So whenever this treachery is revealed, you're going to discard the highest cost ally or support you control, and you're going to place threat on the main scheme equal to that card's printed cost. If no threat's placed this way, then this card gains Surge.
All right.
So in other words, you could still turn it discarding a card if you've got a 0-cost card out there as your highest cost, but it's going to get surge and you will have lost the card.
Or you just play front organization. All right. So we got legal practice here. This is a side scheme. Comes in with 3 threat per player, acceleration token. Threat cannot be removed from the scheme by heroes or allies. And as an alter ego response, after you choose form, exhaust your identity, remove 3 threat from this scheme. Now, what I really love about this card is basically everybody. Well, I mean, there's ways to thwart an alter ego, but you can't be removed by heroes or allies. So you have to do the alter ego action, and it's when you change into alter ego that you can remove 3 threat, and it has 3 threat per player.
Yeah,
so,
and it says threat cannot be removed. It doesn't say you can't thwart, which means you can't even use abilities that remove threat.
Threat cannot be removed. Oh yeah, that's true. From scheme by heroes or allies. But if you have like the Creole Charmer from Gambit could do it because you're an alter ego. Covert Ops from Black Widow could do it because if you're an alter ego when you do it.
Yeah.
But the main idea behind this is that
it's forcing you to go down,
forcing everybody to go down, and then everybody comes back up, and they're going to take a point of damage from She-Hulk's ability. So that's kind of the idea behind it.
Yeah, and I do love the fact that it is a very good representation of her alter ego ability. I like that.
Yeah. All right. Then we got the Shield Ops module. We got 2 copies of Shield Operator, 2 scheme, 2 attack, 3 hit points, Shield Patrol. When revealed, you're going to place 2 threat on the main scheme.
Okay. Then we've got Strategic Overwatch. So whenever this stretch is revealed, you're going to give the enemy leader and each minion a tough status card. Not each minion engaged with you, each minion, period. If it comes out of boost, you're going to give the activating enemy a tough status card.
All right. Then we got Rapid Response. So this replaces the Hero Rapid Response card. No, I guess no comment. You probably didn't even hear me.
No,
when revealed,
I chose not to acknowledge it.
Until now.
There's no
when revealed,
forced my hand.
When revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. If you are in alter ego, place threat on the main scheme equal to that minion scheme. Or if you're in hero form, deal damage to your hero equal to that minion's attack.
Oh wow, it doesn't put the minion in play. That is interesting. I mean, it's a cool ability, what it does, but it doesn't actually. They don't go into play.
Right. It's just.
All right, then we've got the Homeland Security side scheme. So this one starts with 3 threat per player. It also has 3 threat and has hinder 1 threat per player. When this is out, the first minion revealed each round gains surge, and it has an acceleration token on it.
All right. And then we have another. This is not Elite Thunderbolt. Never mind. So we have the Thunderbolts. We have Atlas. 1 scheme, 2 attack, 4 hit points, Giant Thunderbolt. When reveal, stun your leader, otherwise you are stunned. And as a boost, stun your leader, otherwise you are stunned.
All right. Then we've got Songbird. So she is Aerial Thunderbolt with 3 hit points. She schemes for 2, she attacks for 1. And whenever she's revealed, you're going to confuse your leader, otherwise you become confused. And as a boost, it's the same thing. Confuse the leader or you become confused.
All right. Then we have Penance. 2 scheme, 2 attack, 4 hit points. He's a Thunderbolt as well. When revealed, deal 2 damage to your leader. Otherwise, deal 2 damage to a character you control. And as a boost, deal 2 damage to your leader. Otherwise, deal 1 damage to a character you control. So this is kind of the example of the PvP versus PvE. So yeah, if you're playing PvP and I'm playing as She-Hulk and Dirk's playing Vision, plus whatever heroes we're playing, then She-Hulk would take 2 points of damage. But if I'm doing PvE, then obviously we don't have a leader. So it would be the player who drew this would take 2 damage. So,
and I'm actually a little bit surprised that since it's a character you control, that it doesn't allow the enemy team to choose it.
Well, no.
That might have been a little too
No, because it damages the leader instead.
Well, no, but otherwise deal 2 damage to a character you control. So you get to pick the character. But it's not the enemy team.
But in PvP, you don't get to that stage because the leader would take the damage. Deal 2 damage to your leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Yep, nope, got it. got it. You're right.
All right, then we got Justice Like Lightning. When revealed, each minion activates against a player it is engaged with. Otherwise, the enemy leader activates against you. Do not give it a boost card for this activation.
All right, then we've got the Thunderbolt. So this side scheme starts with 3 threat. It's got hinder 1 threat per player, and threat cannot be removed while a Thunderbolt minion is in place. That's the important part, minion. And it's got a hazard icon on it.
All right. Then we have the Taskmaster module. So Taskmaster is 1 scheme, 1 attack, 6 hit points. He's an elite Thunderbolt. So yes, that means he could be used in the Thunderbolt scenario from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which would be 11th module now that you could do for that scenario. Retaliate, Toughness, Villainous. When revealed, Taskmaster activates against you.
Oh, doesn't he have a lower starting hit point?
His hit points are lower, and he does not have victory. So, but
he would keep coming back.
But
yeah,
he
you're
qualifies because
he is an elite Thunderbolt.
The number of heroes. So that means you would have to defeat all the other Thunderbolts in that scenario, and until they come up with more non-victory ones, I guess, in later products, I guess.
Yeah,
then it'll get confusing.
Then there'll have to be an alternate rule.
Yeah.
All right. So Taskmaster's Sword. So this attachment gives Taskmaster +1 attack. If Taskmaster is not in play, you're going to attach it to the enemy leader instead. The attached character's attacks gain piercing, and as a hero action, you can spend an energy and a strength, or not energy, a mental and a strength to discard it.
Okay. Then we got Taskmaster's Shield, +1 scheme, attach to Taskmaster, otherwise attached to the enemy leader. When attached character will take any amount of damage, reduce that amount by 1, and then you can spend a mental strength resource to discard it.
All right, we've got the Mimicked Move, which, of course, this is one of the things Taskmaster is known for. But whenever this strategy is revealed, if Taskmaster is in play, he attacks your leader. Otherwise, give the enemy leader a tough status and a face-down boost card. If this comes out as a boost, you're going to give the activating enemy an additional boost card as well.
Right, and I think Taskmaster is villainous, right?
Yes.
So that is a villainous attack against your leader, unexpected. That could be devastating. Then we have Taskmaster's Academy. You think I'm mean? Just wait until you're fighting Steve Rogers.
Wait till you piss Maria off.
Yeah, so he comes in with 3 threat, hinder 1 per player. Amplify. When defeated, give the enemy leader a tough status card and a face down boost card. All right, then we got Deadly Duo.
All right, so the Jester here, also Thunderbolt. It's got schemes for 1, attacks for 2, has 3 hit points. And then when revealed, you're going to discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Take 1 indirect damage for each different type of card discarded this way.
Okay. And then Jester's partner is Jack-O-Lantern. 2 scheme, 1 attack, 3 hit points. He's a Thunderbolt. When revealed, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each different card type discarded this way.
Okay, we've got the Mad Jack's platform. This one, you're going to attach it. It's a tech that attaches to a minion of the enemy team's choice. Otherwise, it gains Surge. It schemes for it gives them +1 scheme, +1 attack, and the attached minion gets +4 hit points and gains Stalwart. So it really beefs them up quite a bit. If this one comes out as a boost, you're going to attach this card to a minion engaged with you.
Now, I'm not familiar with this character, but it kind of reminds me of like the Joker combined with Hobgoblin or something, because he looks like he's got some of Hobgoblin's toys and Joker's mannerisms. Jester's Yo-Yo. When revealed, discard the highest cost card you control. Otherwise, this card gains Surge, and it's a boost, discard an upgrade you control. This is another Thunderbolt, but they're not elite, though, I don't think.
No.
Right? Yeah, okay.
Then we've got the Deadly Duo. So this side scheme starts with 3 threat. It's got hinder 1 threat per player. And when defeated, each player discards the top 8 cards of their deck. And this one has a crisis icon on it.
Okay. And then the next cards are the leader ones. So again, if you're playing PvP, you start with choosing sides, which you can't take more than 2 points of damage per attack. And then when you defeat it, now it's personal. When you remove it, each player gets to choose up to 2 of these cards.
All right, so the first one we got here is You're Out of Order. I love it. So this is a one-cost event. It's an interrupt whenever any amount of threat would be placed on the main scheme. You say, I object, which you know I'm going to do that, and prevent 3 of that threat. And it provides a wild.
You do it when you're not playing
I know, I do.
Now, this is telling you can only do it when you're playing the She-Hulk leader.
Nope.
I'm
going to carry that card.
She-Hulk Smash. So it costs 2. Action, your She-Hulk leader attacks the enemy leader. If you spent a strength resource to pay for this event, stun the enemy leader.
All right, then you've got Make Me Angry. So this is a one-cost upgrade. You attach it to your She-Hulk leader. So that's interesting. I think that's the first one that attaches to your leader. But after a hero or leader attacks the attached She-Hulk, she attacks that character, then discards the card.
No,
so,
Iron Man
he
had one that attaches to him. They counted as a tech attachment.
Oh, I thought all the attachments were in his hand.
You were saying,
yeah, this one provides a strength. Yeah,
yeah, that's not true. Then we got Legal Counsel here. It's a resource card, provides 2 wild. After you spend this resource, move 1 threat from the main scheme to your leader's main scheme. So yours goes down by 1 and theirs goes up by 1. That's kind
of I like that.
That's kind of fun. And then, oops. We're not going to go. We got 4 more PvP cards. If you want to see how the details on those, just go back to the vision area. We talk about those 4 cards. Okay. So, yeah, this more leaders is fun for Civil War. So now that gives us 3 resistance and 3 registration leaders, which is cool.
Yeah, I really
and another set of scenarios. So now you have some more options.
And I really like the flip, the way Vision, they've got him flipping, and it forces the flip. So, somebody can't, he can't stay on one side or whatever, and it flips, and he's got additional cards that flip him. So you never know where he's going to be whenever it's your turn. And I like that. And
I guess you could kind of play the game where, okay, he's on intangible, so I'll be a hero, so he doesn't hit as hard. And then, now he's on dense, so now I'll be an alter ego, so he doesn't scheme as hard or something. Yeah. You could try to play that game, but he's got some ways.
Yeah, he seems a little unpredictable for that.
To make that, yeah. I mean, he's semi-predictable, and then the treachery cards mess that up.
Well, yeah, that's what I was talking about, the treachery.
All right. Well, anyways, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe.
And if you want to see more content by us, go ahead and hit that notification bell down there, and you'll get alerts whenever we post new videos. All right, see you.